Mystic ancient secrets can all be answered when you ask the mystic access guru. That is I, the great exalted one. I have come across 3 astral projections through the god plane and the hero metamorphosis to give you the knowledge you deserve.
All right, guys. If anybody's here, nobody's here right now. Anyway, I thought we'd start with this.
I'll just read this. The experiment. Eratosthenes.
Before that, I have to pee. I just had to. Be right back. Okay.
Assumed that the Earth was a sphere made up of 360 degrees, then assumed parallel rays from the sun, while corpuscular...
So this is a poem. This is supposed to be a poem titled Make It Stop, Level Plane Poem.
I'll just read this. The experiment. Eratosthenes assumed that the Earth was a sphere made up of 360 degrees, then assumed parallel rays from the sun. While corpuscular rays debunk that with ease, he assumed the distance between the 2 cities. My shotgun mic out of frame. Not that you can see that on the vertical view if you're watching this on a mobile phone. Shout out to you all. Right, that was a solid 10 minutes of talking about acoustic treatment. Should we do some flat earthing?
Adam sent me a link, but I don't know if that's the link you need for a level playing poem.
Oh, I hope so. Well, let's just get straight into it. In the pre-show, Neil was saying, why don't we look at some of the old school rhetoric? And I do a dobber in. Tamara, the author of Flat Earth Fun Facts in this particular instance, let's do it so it's appearing in the vertical view as well, noted that some of the newer rhetoric was kind of, not tarnishing, but inconsistent, let's just say, with some of the rhetoric from the poems from her books. Now, she said that in a very jovial way, and Neil was like, let's look at an Eric Dubay book, and now that would be equally as worthy, and just sort of see how old rhetoric compares to new rhetoric. So I just happened to grab the third of 4 books that I was going to cover between now and when my own comes out from Level Playing Poem. Now, this one was actually specifically addressed to my wife Paula with a handwritten tab, and I mean, no doubt, although I haven't checked, it's probably got a note to her on the inside. Yes, indeed it has. So I'll ask my wife to read this. But I've not been through this book. But what I said to Neil was, I mean, no doubt that I, on the fly, could probably find a page that is, Tamara mentioned on a tab, about this show. So it's got Flat Earth Debate and Nathan Oakley Knight, the author, that's Tamara, about this show. So it's got Flat Earth Debate and Nathan Oakley 1980 specifically mentioned on the tab.
Oh, by the way, I'll re-announce this later when people are here, but I do plan on buying his book so we can read it and mock it together.
This book that she's been kind enough to include me in, right? Now, my section's about having a 90 degree below the zenith of a star, utilisation of a triangle in celestial navigation, and not being able to have a curved adjacent. That's the Where's the Proof titled section about Flat Earth Debate specifically. But in the pre-show, we read out the page prior. Having not gone through it, I didn't realise that's what the tab was for. And it's about something called The Experiment. Now, our old school rhetoric was to undermine the hijacking of scientific vernacular like experiment when you're just measuring flat earth elevation angles to the sun in the case of Eratosthenes. But I'll just read this. The experiment. Eratosthenes assumed that the Earth was a sphere made up of 360 degrees, then assumed parallel rays from the sun. While corpuscular rays debunk that with ease, he assumed the distance between the 2 cities. Just an estimation, while he assumed the sun went directly over the well, but its latitude proves that miscalculation. Even if the figures he put into the equation provide an answer that works out mathematically, What a difference does that make if the information he entered was not true, correct, factual, credible, valid, or even acquired scientifically? Discovering the insane amounts of anomalies
Is this a poem? Is this supposed to be a fucking poem?
and discrepancies has actually been really fun. Because in the end, the setup of his experiment only proves a small and local sun.
Huh.
That's level plain poem. Let's put it into the aspect again that you can see in the vertical feed.
My God, tell me you're in a cult without saying the fucking words, man.
And this is Flat Earth Fun Facts by Tamara Cheville. And it was very kindly sent by the author, that's Tamara, to me at her expense. And that, along with 2 previous books that we have covered
I mean, that really sucked. I mean, sucked bad.
already on Flat Earth Debate. I'm hoping one of my mods has dug out a link for you, the audience, to be able to acquire one of these books from Tamara, or from wherever it is that she has them produced. And yeah, I'm going to cover one more of these books. Now, this one I've not read, as I mentioned when I grabbed it. I'm like, well, rather than doing an Eric Debate book that I don't physically have, let's read out that. Now, the only thing that we would probably turn our noses up is the notion of a claim of a small and local sun, when obviously the acquisition of an elevation angle, as detailed specifically by the author, much to my delight when I found it on the next page, about me specifically pointing out that you can't have a curved adjacent when you're measuring a triangle that's got a right angle for celestial navigation area.
What the fuck does this guy? You can't have a curved adjacent. You don't have an adjacent, dipshit. There's no adjacent in an angular measurement. What a dumb motherfucker.
Of equal altitude, lines of position, and ultimately your fix. That's to say where you are, so you're not going to die at sea, having got lost.
Motherfucker, you die at port. You die still at port. That's how little you know of navigation.
There we go. That's her book. I'll plug it one more time. Level plain poem, Flat Earth Fun Facts. And this is the
What a dumb motherfucker. What a complete dumb shithead. So we're still waiting on Woger, the all wise. I mean, we gotta have a new mouse, right? Flatzoid stopped doing flat Earth stuff every day, so we gotta have a new mouse. So we can either do these like live as they happen, or we can cover them during the daytime. Either way is good for me. Just depends on what you guys want. So, but nobody's here. Oh, it says 3 people are here. Who are you 3 people? I see you there. My little graph says you're here. I've got it on live instead of top chat, so you should show up. I mean, Roger watched Beavis and Butthead and said, "Oh, my new spirit animal." Right, 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 right. Fucking Roger. That's hilarious. He's such a wise guy. I mean, a wise person. And his fucking fans, man, are dumb as dog shit like he is. It's Flat 5097. That's the guy's name here. Mr. Super Sidewinder. Which is a pretty cool name. But he's just dumb as fuck. Then you got Roger and FE Nation. I mean, these people should be not allowed power tools. What, monkey? No, yeah, still got 3 people. Not 2 people. 1 person left. Oh God. What new hell have we found here? That's not bad. Who is he? Who are these cats? This guy's funny. That guy's strumming a bass. I don't think he's really playing that bass. He should be locked in jail for strumming a bass.
States. Stone Cold Crooked. The President of the United States. Corrupt and fake.
Fake? Fake? Yeah, the president isn't fake. Maybe corrupt, but not fake. It's funny how like people like this think they're the only ones who don't trust the government. Pretty funny. Pretty funny. Ooh, that's psychedelic.
The lies, deception, shot. Stone Cold Crooked. The lies, deception, betrayal. Kiss my ass.
He's like doing the Spider-Man. Oh, he said the F word. They played the fast forward it. Holy shit. God damn, how long is this song? Fuck, it's been playing for like 5 minutes.
It's going to
It's pretty fucking hilarious.
disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear. It's like a miracle.
Magic only truly exists in one place, the human mind. None of this stuff is real, and none of it works.
Life will never be the same. Will
Ministry.
never be the same.
Research flat earth. That's hilarious.
You're right. None of it ever works. They got to make it work. How's everybody doing tonight? Can you hear me out there?
Yeah, yeah,
Am I coming
yeah,
through?
yeah.
I don't think I am. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm muted.
Got Monkey here.
Oh, no, it says I'm coming through.
See if Phil.
Okay.
See if Phil. Say hello.
I get that with
Hello.
StreamYard to restream. If I go on one platform, it'll mute it. I can't see me do anything on this side. It's barely going through. I'm tired. I'm a 5x5. That's wonderful. I'm tired. Don't ask me why. Life wears you out sometimes. You just got to take a few moments for yourself here and there. Raising a family is a hard job, dude. I'm telling you. Anybody ever do it? I'm pretty sure everybody else out there has. So I got some advice from Drunk Debunk about how to learn about rocket science. And he gave me this video. Well, not a video. He told me what book to read, but they made a book out of it. It's called Rocket Science for Babies. I thought we'd take a look at that. It's interesting. You get to learn how rocket science really works. Let's see. Let me pull it up right quick. I want to play this first before I get started. It's rocket science, baby.
Yeah, it's rocket science for babies, and you still don't fucking understand it, Roger. That's pretty goddamn sad. Hey, Cygnus. I mean, it's hilarious. He read this before on yesterday's stream, and didn't understand it. It's rocket science for babies.
It's in here tonight? Yeah, somewhere. Ask Bill Collins. But this is a cute little video. You get to learn how
Hey, Lindsay.
lift actually works, and that's rocket science. I think rocket science includes more than just the lift effect, but
Rockets don't use the lift effect, dipshit.
it's for babies, remember. They got another one
Those are two fucking separate things, dude.
for
The left effect uses Bernoulli's principle. Rockets use fucking rockets. I mean, goddamn. No, Toon was on tonight.
toddlers, and they got another rocket. Well, we'll look at all of them.
The fuck is he doing streaming on a Thursday?
It's going to be fun. And then I want to dig into celestial
He knew I was gonna come on. He fucking knew it.
navigation. I'm pretty sure you've looked at it. And everybody
He
in the
knew it.
community has. And they said,
He's psychic.
well, that proves a globe. Celestial navigation. And I'm still trying to figure out how that happens.
Rocket science for
He's still trying to figure out what happens.
Look at all of them. But it's going to be fun. And then I want to dig into celestial navigation. And I'm pretty sure you've looked at it. And everybody in the community has. And they said, well, that proves a globe. Celestial navigation. And I'm
Yeah. It doesn't work on a flat Earth.
still trying to figure out how that happens.
Well, if you haven't figured it out by now, fucking give it up, man. We've tried to educate you, but you refuse.
Rocket science for
It's
babies.
like I'm trying to figure stuff. I'm trying to figure all this out. I don't have any help. Fucking hilarious.
This is a ball.
Hey, Lindsay, did I say hello? I think I just read your comment. I don't know. I'm stoned. Really
This
high.
ball
I've been playing fucking Arena. Tarkov Arena. Trying to fucking play against guys a third of my age who are really good.
is moving. Air can't go through it. Air goes around it. Change the shape of the ball to change the airflow. Change the angle of the ball to deflect the air down. If the air goes down, the shape goes up. The upward force is called lift. This is the shape of an airplane wing. This ball has no lift. The wing has
Well, this wing shouldn't have any lift either because it's like mirrored. It need to be flat along the bottom side or concave. So this wouldn't work as a wing.
lift.
Stupid babies. Join the show. I don't have a show that anybody can join, but you can have a wrench or a shield. I don't know why they changed that.
But how do we make the wing move forward? We put it on a rocket ship. This ship is full of fuel. If the fuel goes out, the ship goes forward. The faster the fuel goes,
Hey, Stanley. Hey, Extra J. Hey, Big Tech Top fan. Big Tech's top fan.
the faster the ship goes. So we make it explode. The forward force is called
I don't do StreamYard.
thrust. With lift and thrust, we can go to the moon. Now you are a rocket scientist.
I mean, it's a pretty easy thing to understand, man. See if I could find it real quick. Yeah, I mean, you have an explosion, right? That's happening here. And it's exploding out, right? This is like, it starts here and it goes here really fast. And you got an explosion here, right? Then you got an explosion here. You have an explosion here, right? And then you have little explosions in between. So that's what basically that's just like a lot of gas on fire expanding, forcing out from the center point all in all directions. 360 degrees in all directions, right? These are spheres of blast. And we know that if you put anything near these blasts, it's gonna fly away, right? It's gonna if you were to put a wall around this, the wall would explode in all directions. But what if he took and put a cone, right? And like right here, you put a nozzle in that like injects like the propellant and the oxidizer so that it can like ignite, and like you may have a little igniter or whatever, however rockets work. So then you've got an explosion that is coming. Well, that won't work. Try it again. You have an explosion that's coming from like right here and going out. Oh wait, it wants to keep going out, right? That means it's going to want to keep putting pressure, right? Explodes out, and it just keeps exploding out, right? It keeps getting bigger on this side, but this side's blocked. So what do you think it's going to fucking do? It's going to push on this thing that put it out here to explode. And that's how we get thrust. It pushes this the explosion, the expansion of gas pushes the rocket this way because it can't push it this way. I mean, it's as simple as I can make it.
Yay.
Did you understand it?
Well, Mike, I've
Or are you just going to mock it?
learned a lot about rocket science today. Anything else that he got to offer me, send it someplace else, dude.
The reason they can't understand it, Lindsay, is because they don't want to understand it. Because if they understand it, being in their cult really kind of is meaningless, you know? Because if they understand it, then all these people lying about it in their cult kind of make it not conducive to being friends, being friendly.
I'm not interested. I want to see a rocket working in a vacuum.
We've shown you, man. I've shown you on my live stream. We could look at it again, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny.
I mean, have you looked for them? Have you looked for like all of them, or did you just look at the one guy, you know, with this small little fucking vacuum chamber where the thing hit the wall? Is that the only one you look for? Because there's others out there, man. If you just got to look for them, and just, I mean, you think space is fake, so they can't work in space? I mean, it's kind of silly. So you're sort of limiting the evidence that you can accept.
All right, celestial navigation. It's a beautiful topic, I think.
Yeah.
And a label paper.
I mean, you think if it could be done, someone would have won MC Tunes $10,000 or 100,000, 10,000. How much was it? $10,000. Think someone might have won that if it was possible. I mean, Flatzoid tried, and he was 544 kilometers off.
Level Plain Poem is actually, she's promoting her book right now, and Nathan Oakley's pushing it. I recommend buying it. It's got some excellent points in there.
Who does it?
I like her little book. And if you can, get
You mean it has a bunch of memes?
Nathan's book too. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a laugh. And you know all the characters in the book. You don't have to guess who's all in there.
Yes, and as I said before anybody got here, I will be buying Nathan's book, and we will read it and mock it together.
All the shills in the so-called flat Earth community, as you call it. But I thought we'd review a celestial navigation video that the mainstream put out and apply it to the flat Earth. It does work. Yeah.
Extra J, he probably thinks that because like planes put up a blast wall to take off, and he probably thinks that helps him go faster, which it fucking doesn't. That blast wall is just to protect property behind the fucking jet.
Where's my celestial navigation?
It's pretty impressive to watch him use it because in your mind you think, yeah, they're going to take off really fast because of this thing, and they don't. They just take off the normal way.
Video go.
Seen F4s. Seen F4s use them in Fort Leavenworth or Zweibrücken Air Force Base.
It's only for entertainment purposes, so remember that. Nobody ever puts out any videos that are actually legitimate learning tools, I guess. It's weird. I don't know, if I made a video and I was going to teach you how to do celestial navigation, I wouldn't word my heading like this to start it out with. But
I mean, this is to keep them from getting sued if they watch the video, don't understand it, and they go out to sea and get lost at sea. That's what that's for. So they can't be sued by the people who don't understand the topic.
What I want to do is get the measurements to go with it. Linear measurements over distance are how you apply this.
No, it isn't. It isn't linear distance over. No, that's not how it works. You're looking at angles to stars, and the Nautical Almanac calculates your different stars, your different measurements, and it gives you a sight reduction. It gives you your circles of equal altitude so that you can find out where you are. But again, we don't use sextants in celestial navigation anymore. We don't use celestial navigation. We use GPS. Guarantee that every ship at sea uses fucking GPS. Unless it's like a boat, like a fucking period vessel, like a three-masted schooner, and people are doing it just to do it. There's that possibility. But yeah, the navies, fucking merchant marines, they all use fucking GPS, man.
Any of it.
And GPS uses satellites that are in fucking space. And yeah.
Across the board. There's only one level. It's a mean sea level. It's an average across the oceans, water, and whatnot. But there is no curve calculation involved in the measurements, and they're a lot more accurate.
Yeah, the Nautical Almanac uses curved geometry in its solution, in its calculation.
Yeah.
Uses things like the Haversine formula. I don't know exactly how it does that, but it does. So I mean, it's you're talking out your asshole, Beavis.
Calculations are not accurate. You're trying to add it together. You're calculating it. You can calculate a distance, I guess, but the best way to get the actual distance is to get the measurements of it. And then you apply those measurements first. You can calculate anything you want. I can calculate the distance to the next apartment complex to me, but if I don't know the actual distance, I won't be able to do the calculations.
What? What the fuck are you talking about? No, calculating the distance to a place means you have the measurements and you're using them to calculate it. What the fuck are you talking about, Roger? Roger's dumb as fuck.
Properly. You follow? I hope so. Most people should. It's just common sense. But,
just common sense.
Other people don't have it.
Just common sense.
But let's see what they got to say here.
Says the guy that washes fucking scrubs the bathroom at a fucking Arby's. Hey, George.
Today, we're going to be completing a full celestial position fix. I'm going to show you how to turn a sextant reading into an accurate position that you...
I always like the name Arcturus.
...you can use on a chart. Before you...
I just thought it was badass.
...watch this video, I highly recommend you watch the other videos in this series, calculating an azimuth of a star, calculating an amplitude of a star, finding the time of sunrise, the celestial sphere, and all of the sextant tutorials. From now on, I'll assume you already know the techniques we covered in those videos. So, let's start by thinking about how a celestial position fix actually works. The whole idea of it is that you take a rough estimate of your position, and then you calculate exactly where you expect to see a selection of celestial bodies. You can use stars, the sun, the moon, or planets for this, but today we're just going to use stars to keep things simple. After calculating the altitude you expect...
Okay, we'll do this. Go. Go! Alright.
Observe something in visual space, in 3 dimensions.
Is that an orange shirt he's wearing? A fucking Masonic orange shirt?
Quantum degree, sir. Perspective bends angles. That's the secret of how it works. Exactly. It does, because when you're looking through something, you got a depth of field. You got a focus plane. Orthographic view, it doesn't. I mean, you could see how it looked when I was looking at it from the front. Now I'm going to show you when I actually take actual angular measurements to the flask, to Polaris, you could say. Quantum degree, sir. Flat Earth perspective. That's why rockets don't work in a vacuum. They have to push off something, so the platform tone behind it will make them fly faster.
Ah!
Yeah, like I said, it requires a surface to hit. That's what pressure is. Pressure is
Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh my God. Yeah, so you could like hold a sail and blow on a sail and you could fucking go, right? Just put a fan on a ship.
a force. It's a force
Oh my
exerted
God.
on a surface. So when the gas escapes, it's creating a pressure. It has to first fill something and hit something to have that force. It's the same as with a jet. When a jet flies, let's take. I'm going to quickly.
Oh my God. Wait, perspective causes objects in the space between the objects to become physically smaller as distance decreases. Yeah, he said that. He said he said he's never said it, but he said it. I still got his fucking thing here. You need the dramatic music behind it. I'm a high IQ flexpert. A high IQ flexpert. That's fucking hilarious.
Okay. Blackpool Tower proves me right. The mountain is physically smaller due to the distance over perspective. Ballers tried to claim that this is curved. Yeah. Shit shrinks. Very simple.
Physically gets smaller. Yeah, physically gets smaller. Shit shrinks, man. What a dumb fuck. Oh my God.
For your stars, you can then measure
Hilarious.
the actual altitudes using a sextant.
There we
Chances
go.
are your
Now we're
estimated
talking.
position was not actually your correct position. This means the altitudes of the stars you measure will be different to the altitudes you calculated. You take those differences and you can use them to correct your estimated position. If you measure enough stars, you can sufficiently correct your estimated position to give you an accurate position fix. And really, that's all there is to it. Today I'm going to show you one technique, how to do it by manually calculating the altitude of different stars around a single estimated position.
Why is Roger watching this? He will not understand a fucking word of it.
Another good way is to kind of fiddle a different estimated position
That's
for
nothing to do
each
with
star,
science, David.
so that the numbers become round. And this lets you read altitudes and azimuths directly out of rapid sight reduction tables. Anyway, on to today's technique. To start, we need our initial data. The date's going to be 15th of November 2018, and we want to get a set of morning sights. So we'll be looking at sunrise and civil twilight. We know that the previous day, civil twilight was around 6:30 in the morning, so we expect similar today. We planned ahead and found our 6:30 estimated position from the chart. 29 degrees, 42.2 minutes north, 037 degrees, 02.5 minutes west. To get that, we just applied our course and speed to last night's evening sights. Our course was 000 degrees true, and our speed was 12 knots. We need to start by getting an accurate time to take our sights. So we need to manually calculate the time of the morning civil twilight on the 15th of November
All right, later, Jay.
2018 in our position. We'll use the Nautical Almanac that's available from thenauticalalmanac.com, so pop over there and get a copy if you want to follow along. From the 15th of November page, we find that 30 degrees north, civil twilight is at 6 o'clock UTC in Greenwich, and at 20 degrees north, civil twilight is at 5:46 UTC in Greenwich. At our latitude of 20...
So none of this has anything to do with the measurements, really. You're just getting the longitude and latitude, which were already measured out flat to begin with.
9 degrees, 42.2 minutes north, we can interpolate to find that civil twilight is at 6 o'clock UTC on the Greenwich meridian. To turn that into civil twilight at our longitude, We need to work out longitude in time by dividing our longitude of 3702.5 minutes by 15, and that gives us a 2 hour 28 minute time difference. Of course, things in the west happen later, so we need to add that to the 6 o'clock civil twilight time to get civil twilight at our position at 8:28 UTC. If we wanted that in ship's time, we would just modify it using our time zone, which would give us 6:28 local time. I don't want it in local time until the very end though, as we're working in the almanac and leaving it in UTC is just easier. If that was too quick, check back to the video on...
Oh, hold on. The monster's here. Let's say hi to him right quick.
What's up, guys?
Hey. He waved at everybody. There you go. How's the bike going?
The bike's good. I got both of them running. I've been riding the shit out of them too.
Well, we'll take a break from the boring celestial navigation. Take a look at him right quick. Ready?
Oh, what?
If you think it's boring, why are you fucking watching it, man? You see, he thinks it's boring, so he watches it to mock it. What a dumb fuck. What an absolute dumb shithead.
Well, you still have pictures? So I'm sitting in the garage.
Did you send me pictures?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure I did.
Let me look. I have to. I can get them off the phone onto here. It's gonna be fun.
Just ignorant, underachieving losers. That's all they are. It's just a little club they have.
I can present them.
Yeah.
I can try.
Paranoid, ignorant.
Let me see if I can upload it.
Proud to be white trash.
Everybody saying hi to you in the chat. Are you froze? He's froze. Take him down off the screen right now. Hopefully they can
He probably had a thought and it fucked him up.
come back. Oh, there he is.
It says I'm unable to upload it from there. I don't know why. It's not supported.
Yeah,
I have to change.
that's the way it happens. Are you in the garage at all?
Yeah, I'm in the garage, but my bikes are out the backyard. Sorry.
Oh, damn it.
I don't know what's up with this light.
Huh, they're bright.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's amazing. Anything else happening in your day?
Oh, well, not really. I mean, the people that own the property right next to my house, I got permission today from them to ride my motorcycle all over their property. So that's a good thing. Now I don't have to worry about people trying to chase me off. But so yeah, everything's good for me right now. Actually, I'm quite happy. I told them that I knocked the weeds down for them, and that's what I've been doing the last couple of days, is riding my bike over the weeds and knocking all that shit down for them.
David made a good joke.
Oh yeah.
He was in Antarctica. That's why he's frozen.
That's what it
no,
was.
he was trying to upload those pictures. That's why it froze.
Yeah. Yeah. Whenever I push over the other one, split screen, it does that.
I got some dedicated trolls, dude. I'm dead serious.
You're so good, Roger.
No, Elderbear following me around on like Sandy Stream, Bomber Stream.
I've noticed he's been in a lot of places lately. I've noticed his comments.
Yeah.
In there.
Because we love you, Woger.
He's all over FED, like white on rice, dude.
Yeah,
anything to do with anything that Nathan's putting out. Nathan's pushing out this. He wants to get the measurements to go along with
in the Bible study too. I think.
Weird. Yeah, I didn't know he was a Bible man.
Me neither, but I saw him there the other day, and I was like, "What the hell is he doing here?"
Yeah.
But you know, I don't judge because anybody can find God, right? So.
Yeah. Well, supposedly he's supposed to be a Christian, and all the rest of these people that have this trollish behavior claim to be.
You think Nathan's a Christian? Seriously?
Be Christians, but I don't believe it. Yeah. I don't troll people. I don't go around trolling channels, like trying to get your stuff shut down and stuff.
Right. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I mean, unless somebody was like literally trying to like ruin me or something, that's the only way I would like do something like that.
Yeah.
You'd have to.
Well, they've all admitted that the Earth is measured and navigated flat, but they in public they say otherwise. But they in private conversations I've had with them, they're flat earthers basically. So I don't
Yeah,
understand how you can wear both. Yeah,
funny that way.
it's weird. I know. Don't get it. But last night he admitted that he doesn't live on a globe. He did that in chat. I'm like, okay, you don't live on a globe, but you're running around pushing the globe.
Right.
Or maybe he's changing his mind about it, or he's going to pretend. Yeah.
Who? Who's he talking about?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I mean, unless somebody was like literally trying to like ruin me or something, that's the only way I would like do something like that.
Yeah.
You'd have to.
Well, they've all admitted that the Earth is measured and navigated flat, but they in public they say otherwise. But they
Nobody has fucking admitted to that dipshit. Except for fucking Nathan Oakley. What the fuck are you talking about?
in private conversations I've had with them, they're flat earthers basically.
Oh, conversation with who? Who the fuck are you talking about?
So I don't understand how you can wear both. Yeah,
funny that way.
it's weird. I know. Don't get it. But last night he admitted that he doesn't live on a globe. He did that in chat. I'm like, okay, you don't live on a globe, but you're running around pushing the globe.
Who the fuck is he talking about?
Or maybe he's changing his mind about it, or
Does anybody know who he's talking about? Did I miss it?
he's going to pretend. Yeah.
Well, maybe that's just what he's getting paid.
I mean, it just sounds like he's talking about a specific person. Hold on a second. Let me fucking go back. Go back this far.
So that's a good thing. Now I don't have to worry about people trying to chase me off. But so yeah, everything's good for me right now. Actually, I'm quite happy. I told him that I knocked the weeds down for him, and that's what I've been doing the last couple of days: is riding my bike over the weeds and knocking all that shit down for him. The fire
David made a good joke.
Oh yeah.
He was in Antarctica. That's why he's frozen.
That's what it
no,
was.
he was trying to upload those pictures. That's why it froze.
Yeah. Yeah. Whenever I push over the other foot screen, it does that.
I got some dedicated trolls, dude. I'm dead serious.
You're so good, Roger.
No, Elderbear follow me around on like Sandy Stream, Bomber Stream.
I've noticed he's been in a lot of places lately. I've noticed his comments.
Yeah,
in there.
He's all over FED, like white on rice, dude.
Yeah,
anything to do with anything that Nathan's putting out. Nathan's pushing out this. He wants to get the measurements to go along.
Was he talking about elderbear?
With
in the Bible study too, I think.
Weird. Yeah, I didn't know he was a Bible man.
I know he's not talking about Nathan being a Glober.
Me neither, but I saw him there the other day, and I was like, "What the hell is he doing here?"
Yeah.
But I don't judge because anybody can find God, right? So.
Yeah. Well, supposedly he's supposed to be a Christian, and all the rest of these people that have this trollish behavior claim to be Christians, but I don't believe it. Yeah. I don't troll people. I don't go around trolling channels like trying to get your stuff shut down and stuff.
Right. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I mean, unless somebody was like literally trying to like ruin me or something, that's the only way I would like do something like that.
Yeah.
You'd have to.
Well, they've all admitted that the Earth is measured and navigated flat, but they in public they say otherwise. But they in private conversations I've had with them, they're flat earthers basically.
So he's talking about a bunch of people.
So I don't understand how you can wear both. Yeah.
Funny that.
So who are all these people, man? Name them. Name all these people that are admitting that they aren't real Glovers.
It's weird. I know. Don't get it. But last night he admitted that he doesn't live on a globe. He did that in chat. I'm like, okay. You don't live on a globe, but you're running around pushing the globe.
Right.
Or maybe he's changing his mind about it, or he's going to pretend.
Hey, biggest doggus.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's just what he's getting paid to do. I mean, I can't knock a guy for that, but.
Yeah, I don't think that happened either.
Yeah, but I don't think he works a job neither. Let alone, I mean, if you don't work a job, you're on the internet all the time just doing this stuff. Where are you getting funded from?
If
How do you live?
Wouldn't that be the perfect people to work for you? because you don't have to pay them much, right? Because they're already doing it anyway. You just give them a little extra cash, and then they just stay on your side, you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but if they're out here trying to ruin any kind of truth to getting out, period, about the
Truth? Ruining truth getting up from your channel? Oh, Roger, there's no truth in your channel. None at all.
world we live in, yeah, I could see them supporting them completely. I'm trying to psychoanalyze it, but
Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that I think that's what's done.
Well, you are a psycho, so analyze away.
You get government assistance, don't you, to a point, and you're not out here trying to ruin people's lives.
I'm getting Social Security from them, yeah, of course, but I paid into it, of course, but
yeah.
I mean, yeah. Why wouldn't I?
So,
I mean,
yeah,
they made me pay into it, so why not collect it, right?
Yeah. This video is really dry, so I'm gonna push through it.
You say you trust the government enough to take their money, right? So you trust the government enough, but just not all the way.
You ready?
Sure.
It's celestial navigation is like a tutorial on how to do it. You find like the more stars you have, you can find a closer range of fix, and you use an almanac. It's just a almanac of what that date and that time where that star is going to be. But the whole point is, where are you taking it to? Well, at the beginning, he's showing how they draw it to a straight 90. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Roger doesn't understand a goddamn part of it.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to get a fix otherwise. So everywhere's a 90. That's pretty much what it is. You can find your fix anywhere on Earth, for the most part.
Yep.
Yeah.
Calculating sunrise times to see it all in a bit more detail. The next step is to plan the sites that we want to take. You can use the star finder, but we haven't looked at that yet, so instead we're just going to say
using what's a stellarium that uses the heliocentric model in its software, in its source code.
We know the constellations, and we pick the stars by looking at the sky an hour before sunrise. We'll choose Betelgeuse, Sirius, Capella, Arcturus, Doobie, and Regulus.
See, you don't even have to take the angles. You don't even have to use a sextant now. You just use stellarium. And you, yeah.
Want is a good spread of the brightest stars right.
Or maybe he's just using stellarium as an example. I guess you couldn't because you don't know where you are, and you'd have to know where you are to use stellarium. So never mind. That was a dumb thing for me to say.
Across the sky. We plan 6 as chances are there'll be cloud covering some of them, so hopefully we can shoot at least 3 to get our fix. To plan, I want.
Oh yeah, by the way, Carl brought a video over last night. Did you see it?
I don't think so.
Ryan, you there? Oh, he's got star trails, but they're stars that don't rotate. They're in within an hour or more.
You mean satellites?
50 minutes.
Don't rotate with them.
He was looking.
The ones that don't rotate are called satellites.
The northern stars in Arizona. Him and Valley Parks were doing it, and it was everything from the Big Dipper to Polaris did not move the whole time.
Oh,
they're fixed. Yeah,
that's a fucking lie.
So they're on a different rotation, is what I think.
Yeah. Pretty much, it only moves a little bit.
I think what happened was they used an equatorial telescope, and the thing rotated with the stars, so it looked like they were standing still. That's probably what happened.
They move slower, or they don't.
I hope he shows it.
Don't move at all. You get what I'm saying?
Yep, I do.
So I mean, that would blow the living dog shit out of the Earth rotation, wouldn't it?
Think maybe that's what happened.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much evidence to say so. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do this thing again. He's got 3. We got Betelgeuse, Sirius, Capella, how do you pronounce that? Arcturus, I don't know how to say this. Do he
Something like that, maybe.
Regulus? Yeah. Those are so he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stars.
See, these are all places where Captain Kirk fucked an alien woman.
He's gonna get a fix that. That's a lot of stars. So you can trilaterate, or if that's the proper way to say it, your fix. You have a more of a points to go to, but they don't even have measurements to these stars themselves. The physical measure, so you don't have a hypotenuse. So, yeah.
Triangulation means you know the distances, but you don't know the direction or something like that. Like weird. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, you're missing one part of your triangle, basically, and that's what happens when
you don't use triangles.
You're doing celestial navigation.
No, you don't use triangles in celestial navigation, dipshit.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But I mean, if we could actually get a measurement to these actual locations, it would make it easier to find out where you are. I think there's got to be a way to find these things, but it's a mystery as it goes now.
How we find
these things are billions of light years in space, man. They're billions of light years away.
things as we go by,
if not millions,
by something in our, like either the star above your head if you're in the ocean, because you can't, there's nothing to look at the ground. But if you're over the ground, then you just look for a marker, right? You look for a landmark, and that's how you know you're in the right spot, right? So I mean, there is no like real way to be completely confirmed until you've actually stood on the address or wherever that you're actually looking for, right?
Yeah.
You have to actually physically find the marker, right?
Yeah, I get that, but we don't have a real marker, a physical marker. We have an apparent position of a star.
Yeah, you're lacking that, but
God damn, they don't know shit about this, and they're like discussing it like they know what the fuck's going on.
This is why they do the equal elevation markers.
Funny.
They do 3 of them usually. So you take a flat plane above you because not everything on Earth is smooth. You know what I'm saying? So you actually get a direct fix. So instead of having that, you use those equal elevation angles to where above you, where it would be. You draw a plane above the plane. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It works. Yeah.
No, you don't fucking do that.
All right, let's get back to the star finders.
Jesus Christ.
Azimuths and altitudes of each of the stars at 8:30 UTC in our estimated position. For today, I've already done the sums, and I found the altitudes and azimuths of each of our 6 stars. We'll have to do it accurately after the sights anyway, so I won't go through the method in this step. We can then plot our stars onto a sheet of paper that we take with us onto deck when we take our sights. This helps locate the stars when dimmer ones begin to disappear as the sun is rising.
Do you see any fucking triangles there?
I've just plotted their azimuths and written in their altitudes, although you could adjust the line lengths to reflect altitudes if you wanted. I also plot the ship's head, as it gives me a reference point when I'm on deck, in this case 000 degrees true. Now you're ready to take the sights. For every sight you take, you need to log the precise time, and we're talking accuracy to the second here. Make sure you've adjusted your watch or the chronometer to give you enough accuracy. I tend to scribble straight onto my planning sheet just to keep all my notes together. You'll need to log the index error, every star's sextant altitude, and the precise time you shoot each sight. Make sure to check out the sextant tutorial series to see how to minimize errors, measure index error, and take accurate sights. In our example today, we managed to shoot Doobie, Arcturus, and Regulus, but the others were obscured by cloud. That's fine though, I'm happy to work with just the 3 today. Now we're on to the calculations. Remember, we said that the principle was to compare our sextant measurements to our calculated measurements. This tells us we need to turn our sextant measurements into properly accurate measurements, and we'll need to...
And those measurements are flat. So you calculate it, then you figure...
No, they're not, dumb fuck.
Figure out where your fix is by the stars, and you get a measurement. There you go.
And Chris.
Yeah. You don't need calculus for that, do you? No.
No, not really. I mean,
My God, he's a dumb motherfucker. Holy shit.
that's
No,
not as
not at all.
easy as it seems to be.
Matter of fact, most people that do ship work don't take calculus. The people who navigate the world don't use calculus
No, they don't. They don't, Roger. Why the fuck are you saying that?
at all, do they? No.
Because you thought of the word?
Nah. Only
You have no internal fucking filter? You've got the attention span of a fucking goldfish?
To calculate each star for
You have the attention span of a spaniel?
the precise time that we shoot it. Let's start with the easy bit. We'll correct our sextant altitudes to be true altitudes. I'm going to construct a table as we've got a number of corrections to make. Firstly, we know that we need to apply the index error. Ours was 0.3 minutes off the arc, so we need to add 0.3 minutes to each measurement. Next, we need to correct for our height of eye. Let's keep it simple and say we were standing really low, just above the surface of the water. I can add on my height and
okay,
I
so
find
dip correction has nothing to do with curvature, does it? Anybody? No, just their height of eye above the water. Yeah. And water is level by true definition.
the sextant was about 2 meters above the
God, you're so wise, Roger.
water. In an Admiralty almanac,
Yeah, he's confusing calculation with calculus. Because he's just that fucking dumb.
these corrections are all in the same book, but in the almanac that we're using, they're in a separate document, but that's still available from the nauticalalmanac.com as well. Height of eye correction is dip, so we're just looking for the 2 meter row, and we get a correction of minus 2.5 minutes. Applying the dip and the index error to the sextant altitudes gives us the apparent altitude.
And correcting for dip is correcting for the line of sight being downward. So when you correct for it, you subtract that from the total angle, which brings it up to level. It doesn't bring it down to the fucking ocean.
Of each star. And there's only a few more corrections we need to make now. The total correction comes straight from that same page as the height of eye correction. You enter the stars and planets table with the apparent altitude, and you just read the total correction from the correct row. Then finally, we need to correct for refraction, or more precisely the additional refractive correction. This is impacted by temperature and atmospheric pressure. It affects stars close to the horizon more than ones at a higher altitude. This morning it was 12 degrees C and 975 millibars when we took our readings. So
you're trying to get an actual location as opposed to the apparent location due to
No. Well, yeah, kinda.
atmo or moisture in the air,
There's no fucking such thing as Atmo.
all kinds of other things. Because on a clearer day, you probably wouldn't have to correct it at all.
Yeah, in some cases you don't have to correct. Like G, if you are in column G, right? If you measure over, it's the pressure in millibars is 980 and your temperature is 4 degrees, you wouldn't correct for it. That would put you here. You wouldn't correct for refraction. So, yeah, there's sometimes when you don't have to correct for it.
we're going to read down column J. 2 of our stars were high, so they didn't have any additional refractive correction.
And see, like and like here, where is it? No, it'd probably be like over closer to here, right? This is your black swan, right? Like right here. This is your black swan. These areas, A and N.
2 of our stars were high, so they didn't have any additional refractive correction.
There you go.
Arcturus was a bit lower, so we need to read off
What do you mean, there you go?
his correction, and we find it as plus 0.1 minutes. Finally, we can sum up all our columns to get the true altitude of each star, and we'll come back to these figures after finding our calculated altitudes. To get the calculated altitudes, We need that precise time of every site that we logged when we took the sites. Again, I'm going to do this in a table.
So basically, you're going back to where you were before to find out how far you went. That's all it is. Your previous calculations of what you did in the morning before you get your. Yeah, no.
No, you do your calculations in the morning to see how far off you've strayed of where you were supposed to be, and then you go from there.
Well, they're in motion, so not all of them, but some of these stars are. So, because that's
Stop pretending like you know how this fucking works, man.
why they time them. That's the only reason. You got to know where the star is to find your longitude position and latitude positions.
No, you mark the time exactly when you take the measurement, so you have an exact place in the fucking nautical almanac to get your calculation, to get your angle or whatever. Right? All the times are listed. If you're not accurate with your time, then your measurement will be off.
You're not going to be exactly on longitude and latitude. You'll have to figure out degrees away you are from that longitude and latitude. Celestial navigation, I mean, it's very important. If back in the day when they didn't have the so-called GPS systems that they have now, or beacons and stuff where you can ping off of to find where your longitude and latitude are, technology has made a lot of this.
They don't have beacons in the ocean, dude. It's GPS, satellites.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of parts of the oceans where there
Fuck
isn't
me.
anywhere, or you can't get satellites. You know what I'm saying?
There's no part in any ocean where you can't see a satellite, you dumb fuck.
Well, yeah, surprisingly, even though you can see the sky from every direction,
Good
you
Lord.
think that you'd always get a signal, but it's not actually true.
No, I wonder why.
So he just lies, and then fucking this other dipshit agrees with him. Oh yeah, sometimes you can't get a signal. God damn it, man.
That's weird.
Holy fucking shit.
Them satellites, man.
To display the data a little easier. This is the exact same method we used in the video on calculating the altitude of a star. So check that out if we go too quick today. I want to pull the data from the 15th of November page in the almanac. For each star, I'm going to want its sidereal hour angle and its declination. Then we need to turn those sidereal hour angles into local hour angles using Aries at the time of the sites. For Aries, we'll get the same hourly Greenwich hour angle for each site, as the hour for all of them was 8 o'clock UTC. It's going to be the increments for Aries that are different for each one. We can read off the increment for 28 minutes 15 seconds as 7 degrees 4.9 minutes. Then we can do the same for the 30 minute 30 second increment and the 32 minute 15 second increment. Next, we just add the hourly Greenwich hour angle of Aries to the increment to get the actual Greenwich hour angle of Aries at the precise time of each site. To turn that
He's completely lost me, man.
Into a local hour angle, we need to apply our longitude, subtracting it because we're in the west. Finally, to get the local hour angle of the stars, we apply the sidereal hour angle of each star to the local hour angle of Aries at the precise time each star was shot. Starting to look a bit complex now, but it's quite simple provided you just follow through the steps logically. I'm going to remove the construction rows from my table now to only keep the rows that I'm interested in. Remember from the other video, to turn these into altitudes, we just need to plug the numbers through the formula. I want to keep it accurate enough to work with, so the angles are going to be to the nearest 0.1 minutes, and this should tie in with the accuracy possible with the sextant, and will correspond to 0.1 miles in the final result. Next, we want to find the actual azimuth of each star at the time of the site.
Hold on a second, I want to see something. I want to see something here.
Next, we want
So that's is that the Haversine formula right here? Is that what that is? Anybody?
correspond to 0.1 miles
I mean, there's a lot of these words are in the Haversine formula.
in the final result.
I mean, what does HC mean?
Next, we want to find the
Within the
actual
mile. That's pretty good.
azimuth of each star at the time of the sight. Again, this was covered in the previous video on finding an azimuth of a star, so check that out for the thorough method. I use the ABC method, A being tan of the latitude divided by tan of the local hour angle, with the sign being opposite to the latitude sign, unless the local hour angle is between 90 and 270 degrees. B is tan of the declination divided by sine of the local hour angle, with the sign matching the sine of the declination. C can be either A minus B or B minus A, depending on which is largest, and is labelled the same as the sign of the largest of either A or B. Finally, the azimuth is the inverse tan of 1 divided by C divided by cos of the latitude, with the notation starting with the label of C and ending west if the local hour angle is less than 180 degrees, or east if the local hour angle is greater.
If I was doing this, as soon as I got done with it, I'd look at my watch and go, fuck, now it's time to take another measurement. I'm going to do the whole thing over again.
They consider each latitude and longitude a degree. So they're working those as degrees off the stars. You follow what I'm saying? Ryan, are you still with me?
Yeah,
Are you fell asleep
I'm
yet? So that latitude is what you're trying to get to that degree.
I've always wondered how to use a sextant.
East or west of it. So that's the way the sun travels, east to west. So, or the stars, for that matter. You know, like everything else in the sky. But there are fixed positions. And the more fixed positions you get, and I think that's what we're going to be discovering, that there's more fixed positions. So this is going to be easy to do if you're out at sea.
There are no fixed positions, man. It's always moving. Polaris is pretty much the only fixed position, and maybe Sigma Octantis. There's no star that has a fixed position.
Anybody learn anything yet? Are you tired of this?
Okay. No, I'm not tired of it. It's interesting that I know it's going to take a while to figure it out and understand it properly.
Yeah. Well, it's complicated. I think there's different plates in the sky that actually rotate it.
I mean, I'd like to figure that. I'd like to learn to do this, but I just don't have the attention. I don't have the attention span anymore. I just don't have it.
Different rates.
Which I did.
The way it looks like, the way this is actually looking. You know, like there's different sets of stars.
I mean, I just can't learn something new.
Different elevations.
Well, if you think about it, Roger, if the sky is like, let's just say it's a dome shape, or maybe it's flattish or curved somewhat at the top or whatever. Okay, so let's say that it is. Wouldn't that make more sense to you? Like that from different angles, depending on where you're at on the ground in the middle of this big circle, right? That it would appear that they do rotate differently compared to where you're at, but only because of the way the light changes angle and different kinds of anomalous things that happen with light, right? You know what I mean?
Like he missed 3 of those stars at the beginning, too. Remember? They were too cloudy to see them. Yeah.
Right.
That's going to happen a lot. Gotcha. So you'll have to guess where they are. Yeah.
April Fool's Day. Hi, Aaron.
Yeah. I know. So they're pulling another one on us. What's it? Rocketry. Let's see the telemetry data. That's what I want to see. Break it out for us. Yeah. Well, Nathan says this, and I think he's right. When it comes to it, they're not going to release telemetry data because it's all based on a flat plane. Everything that they have to
and they never leave the actual. They never leave the Earth. Of course.
No, they don't. So if they did, it would have to have a reference plane. That's all it is. Hey,
Well,
Harris,
they
how you
call
doing?
leaving getting above a certain altitude, but we both know that you ain't leaving nothing.
Yeah, in order to get altitude, you have to have a reference plane to begin with, and they can't give you one because
Say what? In order to what?
Know that you ain't leaving nothing.
in order to get altitude, you have to have a reference plane to begin with.
No. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? What are you fucking talking about now, Roger? In order to gain altitude, you have to have a reference plane? No, you don't. You just measure the fucking barometric pressure. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
And they can't give you one because they don't have those kind of altitudes. They're not shooting rockets
Well,
up
they
in
can't give
the
it to you because
nowhere.
if they did, it would prove that it's not moving and it's not spinning. So then they have to admit that too. See?
Oh, they have to admit a lot of shit if.
And there's no vacuum anywhere.
Ah,
That's like
okay.
getting caught with a dog bone in your mouth, but then saying you don't eat dog. Like. I know that was a sick analogy.
It was 50 minutes. The star didn't move over 50 minutes, dude. So 50 minutes would definitely put a damper on rotation of the Earth, wouldn't it?
So you saw a star that wasn't Polaris that didn't move for 50 minutes. Is that what you think? Is that what you think, Roger? Or you think maybe the person that took the photograph or the video or whatever tracked it, had it on a equatorial telescope mount that was moving with the fucking star? You think maybe that's what happened? Because that's what the equatorial telescope mount was designed for, to counteract the spin of our Earth.
FE Nation, Carl was saying the whole time lapse he did. We played it on the channel last night. That the stars that we were observing, the ones that the bright ones did not move over 50 minutes. The rest of them did. The rest of the stars, the lighter stars. Yeah, it's a good video. Carl, did you publish that on your channel? Put it in the chat. Let Ryan look at it. Slow it down too. And if Carl wants to come up, he can demonstrate it again. That's pretty cool. Back to learning. You ready, Ryan? All right.
Resolving all that gives the azimuth in true notation. Again, this was really fast, so check out the video on azimuths if you want it slowing down. Finally, we can construct a table with only the information we now need. We take the star name, the time of the sight, the azimuth, the true altitude, and the calculated altitude. Remember, I've said all along it's about comparing what you expect to see to what you actually see. For plotting, we want the difference between the true altitude and the calculated altitude. You just subtract the calculated altitude from the true altitude. Positive numbers are labelled towards and negative numbers are labelled away. And now we're almost ready to plot. But let's first have a look at what happens if we try and plot straight like this. We'll start at the origin, our estimated position or DR position at 8:30 UTC. To plot a star, you draw the azimuth and then you plot the intercept perpendicular to that azimuth.
Oh, perpendicular.
For Doobie, the intercept was 0.4 miles towards. So,
yes, perpendicular, 90 degrees too. Has nothing to do with horizontal.
We just move 0.4 miles.
You're looking at a top-down view, dude. This isn't like looking out.
Towards Doobie, and we plot the celestial line of position. This was at 8:32:15. We can do the same for Arcturus. The azimuth was 0.82 degrees, and the intercept 4.5 miles towards. Again, we label it with the time, which was 8:30 and 30 seconds. But this is where our issue comes in. The times of these lines are different. You can't plot a fix with lines of position taken at different times.
You got to take them at the
same
time.
You need to transfer the lines of position to get their times to match. We already said we wanted a fix at 8:30 UTC, so that would be a good time to transfer all of our lines to. Just like you would with a running fix, you can apply your course and speed to the time difference you want to transfer. For example, in the case of Doobie, we took the sight at 8, 32 and 15 seconds, so 2 minutes 15 seconds after 8:30. The distance that the ship travelled in that time was 0.45 miles, using the speed of 12 knots that we declared earlier. To turn the 8:32:15 position line from Doobie into an 8:30 position fix line, I need to drag it back the way the ship has come, by 0.45 miles. In our case, we were travelling 000 degrees, or due north, so I need to transfer this position fix line 0.45 miles south to turn it into an 8:30
I mean, I'm barely understanding this shit, so I know Roger doesn't.
transferred position fix line. If we do this with all of our celestial lines of position, we can get them all at the same time and actually produce a fix. I'm going to return to our table and add in the time difference between the fix line and each actual sight time. I'm also going to add the distance that the ship travelled in that time, and that's just using speed equals distance over time. Now we can return to our diagram and plot each one in turn. Arcturus was shot at 8:30 and 30 seconds, so we need to drag him back 0.1 miles to turn him into an 8:30 position fix. The azimuth was 082 and the intercept was 4.5 miles towards.
I get a weird feeling.
So
and check this out. If you're actually anchored, you wouldn't have to really get a fix. You just got to get a time and a sighting. So you can find a latitude.
No, you would get a fix. That's what you're doing this for, is to get a fix, Roger. You would record the time, but you wouldn't have to do this you wouldn't have to do this recalculation based on the time. It would all basically be the same time. You wouldn't have to correct for how far you've gone.
A lot easier if you actually, drop anchor.
Yeah, I would say that the anchor would be the only way.
Yeah.
To know,
So,
well, I mean, you still drift a little.
Yeah, dropping anchor only works like when you're close to land, Roger. You can't drop unless you're like a fucking ocean-going vessel that has like a 2-mile chain or 20-mile chain or whatever the fuck they have on board. But no, if you're like out at sea, you can't drop anchor.
A little bit. I mean, depending on the current, but yeah, you'd be pretty.
Yeah, the ocean is really deep in some places, Roger.
Pretty much in the same spot.
But I do see his point. See, if you're at a place where you can drop anchor, you can see land. Most likely. So you just need to like get a map and see which land you're looking at.
I'm learning some stuff here.
Right?
Interesting, right? Well, I've always these things. I've always wondered how you would plot it and plan it anyway. Just but I
yeah, you just wouldn't have to make the position adjustments. You still have to do the fucking calculations and shit.
Didn't realize it was that much of a guesstimation thing of like plotting and then guessing and then testing the difference and then knowing how far off you are by that number. That's interesting.
Yeah, this is what my grandfather did in the Navy. He was a midshipman and a navigator. He retired doing this, so I wish he were still around. He actually have his slide rules that he used to plot out on the maps. I still have it. It's actually it's a nice tool.
Oh,
he left it. He left that. Yeah, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say I had something similar that you wear around your neck that you put on the map, and it has like magnifying glass in the middle, and then it has like plot lines and notches on it so that you can estimate whatever.
Yeah, he had a slide rule. It has a little round magnifying glass, so you can find out they read it easier. Yeah, but you could actually move the one. You get the increments by.
I wanted to comment on something. I will in a second. Hold on.
by sliding the center out, to your next plot point.
Right.
Yeah. Good tool to have if you're at sea, I guess.
That puts our transferred line of
And I guess I could do it like this. Is there a still photo? I want a still photo. Just a picture. I don't want a fucking video. Okay, here we go. Yeah. I think this is cool. They had a robot, or they had a. This is what's the name of it? Period 3 or something like that. What's the name of it? It has a name. What is the name of the thing? They gave it a name. Anyway, I think it's really cool. And I think it's really cool that they put the robot in a pantsuit. Anyway, that was bad.
position just here. We already now have an indication of where the lines are crossing, but we need to continue to get enough accuracy for a reliable fix. The third star was Regulus, taken at 8:28, 15 seconds, so that was before our 8:30 position fix. We need to move his origin ahead by 0.35 miles to turn him into an 8:30 fix. From his origin, we plot his azimuth of 156 degrees, and then we add his intercept of 3.9 miles towards. Now you can see all the lines crossing, and they're making a triangle, which we call a cocked hat.
That's about where you are.
The size of this cocked hat indicates the accuracy of the fix. Our one today is relatively small, so we expect a high degree of accuracy. If it was larger, you may need to resolve that cocked hat for more accuracy. Had we plotted this directly onto a chart, you could simply add a circle to indicate that it's a fix. Then you add the time, 0830 UTC or 6:30 ship's time. I generally prefer to do all of this on a separate sheet, so we then need to do some sailing calculations to get the latitude and longitude of our position. All you need to do is measure the bearing and the range to the fix from the DR position.
There's one right there.
So
that word.
110 degrees.
Bearing. How do you get your bearing at sea? Anybody know?
With a fucking compass?
Ryan?
You squeeze the bear's nose?
No. You use a compass and you try near north. And you
So
get degrees off of it.
Compass is balls? Oh, I'm sorry.
And you have to have a level compass for that matter.
Sorry, I had to throw that in
Yeah.
there.
Jesus Christ.
And 5.1.
There's no such thing as a level compass.
Miles in our case. We can then construct the sailing triangle to find the position fix.
Ooh.
Our DR was at 29 degrees, 42.2 minutes north, 037 degrees, 02.5 minutes west.
That's a straight baseline.
The angle that we're interested in here is 20 degrees.
This is still overhead view, dumb fuck. This isn't down. This isn't the bottom.
Which is just 110 minus 90. Then trigonometry gives us the lengths of the sides. 5.1 cos 20 in the easterly direction, and 5.1 sine 20 in the southerly direction. And resolving those gives 4.8 and 1.7 miles. Latitude corresponds directly, so we can just subtract 1.7 minutes of latitude from our DR position to get the latitude of the fix. 29 degrees 42.2 minus 1.7 minutes equals 29 degrees 40.5 minutes north. Longitudes are a little harder as they change with latitude. For this, we want the average latitude.
Yeah.
So we add the latitude of the DR, 29 degrees 42.2 minutes, to the latitude of the fix, 29 degrees 40.5 minutes, Then we divide by 2 to get the average or mean latitude. The mean lat in this case is 29 degrees 41.4 minutes. To turn our easterly distance into a change in longitude, we divide it by cos of the mean lat. So 4.8 miles of distance divided by cos 29 41.5 minutes equals 5.5 minutes of
That's how far you off.
longitude.
Yeah.
We are moving in an easterly direction, so we need to subtract.
So you can find out how far you are from that latitude. You're like at 5.5 miles from it,
Yeah,
so you can know what distance
it really
it is.
makes sense to me now why geometry was even invented.
Yeah, that's what he just said, Roger.
It wasn't because people wanted to play pool better. It was because they wanted to find
No.
their way around the ocean without
Around.
having to throw a marker, right? Makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, this is how they. I mean, the Portuguese didn't even have this when they were doing it. They were using rule of thumb and like lining up stars. That's all they were doing. But once you get that one fix in that position, you can play off of that and go any direction you need to go, and you just time yourself to the next longitude and latitude. It's pretty simple, actually. But you'll be
Pretty simple.
off a little bit because of the how many stars you have lined up. Yeah, I think this is pretty much the end of the video here. Yeah, it's almost over. Now he's going to go into the globe rhetoric, so just be prepared. I'm sure he's got some.
5.5 minutes from 37 degrees 02.5 minutes to get a final longitude of 036 degrees 57.0 minutes west. Our final fix is then 29 degrees 40.5 minutes north, 036 degrees 57.0 minutes west, which can be plotted straight onto the chart or put directly into the logbook. If you followed all the way through this video, you've now completed a full celestial position fix.
That's cool. I like this graphic.
Really shows the beauty of mathematics in the real world. You can use stars to find your position anywhere at sea. Do let me know in the comment section below if you've found this video useful.
No rhetoric.
If there are any
Okay,
parts that
good.
could do with expansion in another video, or if you would just like to see further position fixes in different situations or using different methods. Otherwise, hopefully you've enjoyed the topic. Until next time, thank you for watching, and goodbye.
All right, goodbye.
Thank you for
That was
watching.
pretty decent. It wasn't bad. Yeah, not bad for a globetard. He didn't bring up any curvature, any Coriolis, or any other thing you have to even account for in finding your longitude and latitude, which they actually claim that that's what they gauge it off of to begin with. You know, Coriolis effect is based on what longitude and latitude you're on. Like, nah, not really.
Yeah,
That was fun. So we learned.
I'm pretty sure this is not why geometry was invented. They're just so wise. He just has to just force his wiseness out there. Here's some wiseness.
Did you watch the little rocket video I played? How rockets?
You're welcome, world.
How you're a rocket scientist once you learn how lift effect works on a wing.
Wow.
No, I didn't. I didn't hit that.
Oh man, it's funny. I'll put the link back here so you can watch it later. It was Drunk Debunk told me that this will teach you how rockets work.
They're just so proud of their ignorance. They're just so content.
Oh my god!
I can tell you how rockets work. They're very simple. You just put a lot of pressure and you force it through a smaller hole than the hole that you actually have the explosion happening in, and then you get rocketry.
Yeah.
That's all you get. That's all you need.
Yeah, but when you run out of something to thrust off of, you can't develop any pressure to push off of, can you?
God damn it. Holy fuck. The thing that's creating the pressure is the thing that gets pushed off of. You dumb fuck.
No. And
Holy
since
shit.
there is pressure, you're allowed to do that. But without that pressure, no, you would not. It would not push anywhere. There wouldn't be anywhere for it to push off of. I know.
So
Jesus, these guys are dumb as shit.
What's the antecedent for pressure?
Holy
you know what
fuck.
it is. Containment.
Yeah. All the pressure off of pressure, meaning pressing off of your wall. Yeah. Pressure your wall. Pressing.
No, that's not what pressure means. Shit. I mean, pressure means press offshore wall. Yeah, no, dude, no.
Very good.
Fuck me.
I know.
It's all very simple
The,
science. It's not.
yeah, simple science, real physics,
I mean, this is why we can't have nice things.
real time stuff, man. None of the pseudo physics that they try to push on people. Now, what's in the heavens, we don't know.
Like that.
You mean physics? You call physics pseudo physics? You're a fucking idiot, Roger.
I don't think we're intended to go there right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go to visit the heavens in a rocket.
Well, fuck, don't tell NASA.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Cause we're there now, Roger. Shh, we're there now.
Have all kinds of problems with that, don't they? Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to get up there and close enough to see it and talk about it, but to leave, I don't think so. Not a good idea. If it's even possible.
I don't think it is.
Well, I mean,
until they actually show
but
me.
I think you have to lose your life in order to get out. I think completely. I don't think you could leave.
Is there like an animation app? Let's see. I want an animation app where I can like sync up a script, like a transcript, up with Beavis and Butthead talking. And I want their voices talking, reading the transcript. Can anyone help me get that done? I mean, seriously, we need to do this. This is like, these two guys are Beavis and Butthead. We need to have their words put in the mouths of the real Beavis and Butthead.
Here with your body. No, don't think that's possible.
I want to shout out Elder Bear. If you're watching, dude, show me the 69 nautical miles that you have to have and a radius value in order to do celestial navigation. I didn't see any of that in celestial navigation at all. I didn't hear it said once. Not any of that. It got a fix. It did it perfect. And you can throw your globe coordinates, but they're all flat. I hate to tell you that. But anyways, if you just look into any Cartesian system, they're all done on a flat.
Well, you might hate it,
plane.
but I love telling you that.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go through a couple more videos like that in the next couple of weeks where I'm just gonna point out like what they say isn't, even with their own videos, they're not ever done on a curved surface. None of it. You can't. Never is done. So you want to do a rant?
Sorry.
Nah, I'm good.
We could do. You good? Oh,
Good.
You want to show people your bikes? You got time? I want to kill another half hour at least.
Oh, you do? Well, you'll have to give me a little bit later.
Yep, the Big Dipper didn't move.
We go
All
live.
right, I'm in. Night.
Wait, did he show an animation? Did he show a fucking video?
Yeah, it's here.
Like, let's watch this.
It's called Video Project. We'll put it up for everybody.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Damn, that's beautiful.
What's beautiful?
Nothing.
Nothing. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna pause it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to highlight the stars that didn't move. Do you see?
Yeah, so he's not tracking the stars. These are stars.
Any stars that don't move in there?
And those are satellites that are geosynchronous, you dipshit. Those are geosynchronous satellites, dumb fuck. I knew that's what that fucking was.
I'll do it again. I'll slow it down this time if I can.
Yes, those are geosynchronous satellites. See how they're in a straight fucking line? You know, like the one that Elon Musk is putting up, Starlink. See how they're in a straight fucking line?
I don't see shit.
Okay, keep
Jesus Christ.
flicking. All right, I'm gonna slow it down.
Yeah,
And
he's
see
talking about
what
like
what
this
stars
one
have
and this
trails,
one
what
and this
stars
one
don't
and
have
this
trails.
one. Yeah, they're all like in a grid.
This is over
Some have
50 minutes. There's one
Yeah.
here, one here, one here. There's like 4 or 5 of them sitting around that did not rotate.
Yeah, because those are satellites, dumb fuck. He was tracking the satellites. And he didn't have to do anything but shut the tracking off because they're geosynchronous. They stay put in the sky in the same place. They move at the same rate, at the same direction as the Earth. Fuck, man. How fucking stupid is this guy? He cannot figure that out. Anyway, that's all we have. We're not gonna fucking go on. He's closing. He's shutting it down anyway. Yeah, don't. Not a big fan of head banging music. Anyway, that's all we got. We'll talk to you later, guys. Thanks for coming. Be seeing you.